Okay, today is November 29th, 2016, and right now at 8 p.m. in the foothills of Los Angeles, we have a temperature of 46 degrees. The relative humidity is 43%. We have a dew point of 25 degrees, and the barometer is reading 30.02, which is high for the area. We have a upper level low pressure system right here, which is trying to spin. We have a right angle on that, and we can see that there's very little rotation here counterclockwise. Very little right there where that transmitter is focusing its descending air, and the RF energy creates heat and descending air, and that causes this the neutralization of the counterclockwise spinning process for development of a low pressure system. So we see that right angle there. We see movement. The front is moving, but the center, the core of the system is fairly stationary, as we can see right here. This portion right here is not moving too much. So we can see that in the rainbow loop as well. This is identified as a low pressure upper level. It's not showing up on the surface chart or the 500 millibar. Also, we have some jet stream flow right here towards California once again, and we have some high pressure in here that is trying to stop that advancing jet stream. We'll see how far this makes it. We had a lot of chemtrail activity again today in Southern California. That's because of all this residual water vapor moving into the southern part of the state. So these terrorists controlling our weather are stopping the rain once again. They're preventing moisture from getting into our area. And in fact, we can see the outflow right here. Everything is moving. This water vapor right here is moving away from the coast. And likewise, all this green here is not advancing into California. We can see that. So they've got a channel of high pressure, and we can see that outflow very, very clearly right through here. Everything is moving away. And we don't have any rain in the forecast of any significance. We've got a storm right here, and we have a separate developing system right here. We'll take a look at that. Let's look at the jet stream map real quick, and we can see that things are moving right towards California, and then everything takes an abrupt left turn to the north. That's because of all this high pressure that's been installed by these terrorists controlling our weather. This is a moisture field right here, a river of water, and this would end our drought problems, but it is continually rerouted and blocked and sprayed, and the people on TV are ignoring it. The people in National Geographic are ignoring it. People are just asleep. The general public at large is asleep. They think that chemtrails are some sort of wacky conspiracy theorist garbage, when in fact, the truth is what we've been talking about all along here. Now, here's the western U.S. water vapor loop. We can see that right angle very well defined right there. Let's go ahead and stop the loop, and we can put the envelope on that, show everybody just how square that is right down here. Very square. That's not Mother Nature. That is a man-made RF transmitter, which is engineered to break this system down as it moves towards California. We've got light Santa Ana winds that are blowing to the offshore direction to the west, and that's why we see that all that outflow. We've got engineered high pressure right here, and that is going to we can see a big bow in this little moisture field here, right in this area. All right, let's take a look at the this is that developing storm right here too, by the way. There's a frontal system which is being hit with the transmitter. This is a big black area here, is all high pressure, which is engineered to break this down, evaporate everything. Same thing with the jet stream. Nothing's getting anywhere near California. This will probably If this moves in closer, we will see chemtrails probably in the morning, certainly in central California. You can see the tail of that frontal system here as it moves into Northern California. And that right angle right down here. All right, let's look at the Pacific Surface Analysis map. We have this storm. We were just actually there's a storm here. We were just looking at this one right near British Columbia and Washington. We have another storm up here, 972 millibar, way up by Canada and Alaska. And then we have a separate system out here. This is another storm, 968 millibar storm, which is moving to the east-northeast in that direction. So what do we see? We've got these three lows, and we have a high that's going to scoot over just in time to block anything that any weather that this system here may bring. We've got a trough shown right here, and we've got 1, 2, 3 high pressure zones indicated on this map. And this one's going to move over. They just move this around wherever they need to block these weather systems, or if they decide to let some rain in, they move it back out, let one of these slide down and dump a 1/4 inch of rain. All right, let's look next at the pressure maps. We'll call it a night. Here's the sea level pressure analysis. We see that high pressure right up here in the East Pacific. We have high pressure over Idaho. High pressure down over Mexico here too, indicated, and we have a couple of lows. We have 2 lows here, both storms, and we have another storm right here, which is not a closed low, but there it is, little trough. Okay, now here's the 500 millibar map, and we can see some squiggly lines. This is all transmitter manipulation going on right in here, setting up high pressure. We have offshore winds going on right now here in the foothills. Also right here we have some manipulation. Okay, now here is the 300 millibar. We have that upper level low right here, and that's the system with the right angle on it. We can see that right there. Okay, so that's the report today. There is no rain in the forecast of any significance, although this right here would bring a lot of rain, as we can see. But it looks like they're setting up high pressure right in this area. You can see all that outflow, and that will block the rain, at least in the central and southern California area. And we can also see some patches of moisture moving down through the eastern portion of California here in the desert areas. So everyone living out in the desert is probably seeing a lot of chemtrails. Okay, that's it. We'll do another one later.